Like, there's a certain beauty to it, and it hits me so hard every single time, bro. Like, I have shivers from it, bro. How's it going, you guys? This is the Youjo Senki movie. I've been wanting to show you guys my reaction of it for a while. I really like Saga of Tanya the Evil, so I've been wanting to do this video for a little bit. So, yeah, let's get started, shall we? I love this so much, bro. I've always liked how, like, a lot of movies that they start off with, like, the characters introducing the movie, just telling you, like, hey, by the way, make sure you turn off your phone, by the way. You know, like, this is why, like, what was it? It's the movie that just came out with what's his face? Maverick. Something Maverick. I forgot. Dude, I always forget the names. What is it called? Fuck. That movie. I always like stuff like this, where they kind of just, like, talking to the audience, like, hey, by the way, can you shut up so that people can enjoy the movie? So I've always just found it fantastic. It's almost like a little bit, you know, right before the movie starts with, like, people, either, like, the actors will address the audience and they'll thank them for, like, watching the movie, or, like, the characters would be like, hey, yo, we're trying to play a movie here, shut the fuck up. You know, like, I've always enjoyed stuff like that. I always thought it was the greatest thing ever. So just seeing it right here in this, like, all animated in, like, the style of, like, Isekai Quartet, I love it. It's awesome. It's hilarious. It's perfect. More movies need to do this, where they kind of just address the audience directly. It adds so much more value to the story. It's fantastic. I love it. They're immediately fighting. Tanya's immediately left in a vulnerable position where she has to improvise, and she's like, alright, fuck it. Like, I'm flipping the rules, bro. Like, we can't do this the same way we've always been doing it. So it's fantastic how amazingly well done this is, honestly. That was an amazing, okay. That was an amazing use of flashback, by the way. Just show a quick flash of it, and they would be like, oh, this is a memory of it. That's how you use flashbacks, by the way. For those of you who don't know how to use flashbacks, or are kind of a little bit wondering like how you should use them or not, that's how you use them. Just a quick little refresher. It's like, alright, this is what she's thinking of when she's referring to that. That's it. That's amazing work right there. I love how she looks over and just like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, and he just like sighs, and you're like, oh, I tried to warn you, bro. And then she immediately realizes, like, oh shit, I fucked up. I love that, dude. It's such a small little detail to add that in, and yet it makes that scene so much better. And there's literally throughout all of this so far, there's no fat. If you cut anything, it like takes away from the scenes, it takes away from the moments, it takes away from the story. I love how there's zero fat in this. Just like, this is all so good, and there's zero fat. If you change anything out, it like ruins it. It's perfect. Literally everything right now in the story is perfect. I love the amount of attention to detail they put into this, dude. It's so good. Multiple things are happening at the same time, and it actually feels like the song and everything. It feels like stuff is going on every single moment. If you close your eyes or like don't pay attention for just like half a second, it feels like you're about to miss something. It's fantastic, bro. I love it. There's no time wasted. Multiple things are happening at the same time. It's not like oh, I might miss, like, it doesn't feel like you're missing stuff because of like you're getting over like too much is happening, but it's just like it's happening this like one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing after another. So like you're not bored, you're not sitting there like, oh, what's happening, you know, blah blah blah. It's just literally one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing after another, important things happening. Everything, little bit of it, like, it adds to the story, doesn't take away from it, makes it more interesting. The song is dialed, so, like, you actually feel invested in, like, the fighting right now. Everything that's happening, you actually feel like you're there. The shooting, the actual, like, when they shoot, you see the explosions, you see them, oh, retaliating. Okay, so now they're attacking back, now they're aiming their guns, like, they're getting ready for battle. It's like, oh, we got attacked, but we weren't ready for it. All right, let's get started. Now we're shooting. First we aim the guns, now we're shooting, and now you see how like the explosions where they're hitting, they're setting up for like more artillery shots. It's literally like this is if you ever want to understand how to do like show battles in a show, this is a perfect example. This show is a perfect example how to show storytelling through a battlefield and how there's like a slow progression in the story. This show literally sets it up perfectly from beginning of a battle to the end of a battle. Every single bit of it is perfectly set up and is a perfect way to learn how to use storytelling in battles. And it's not just contemplating. It's like, oh, we're getting orders from this. Well, how should we respond to that? After this, where do we head? What's the plan? What's the game plan? What's happening? It's literally one thing after another, one thing after another. And it's just, it does not feel rushed. It doesn't feel like we're missing out on something. It always feels like there's a battle occurring. Everything feels significant. Literally okay. What my favorite part of this story actually is, ironically, is this character right here. Because she represents, okay, so basically, she represents, like, the good character in a story, like the hero of this story, but to the point where it's it shows it as being almost unhealthy. Her name is, like, she literally gets everything. The plot is literally with her. Her name, she literally warps the fabric of reality around her. And for, like, the story, for the sake of the story. And literally, her name is Mary Sue. I love that. I love how they put that in there. It makes it so much better, because she literally warps reality around her. And ironically enough, her name is Mary Sue. And I honestly think they did that, like, on purpose to illustrate that. She literally bends reality around her. And ironically, the main character of the story is the one that hates her. Because she represents an aspect that that the main character fucking hates. And I love that so much. All of these characters in this table are used. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by literally the best aspect of the story. Every single one of those characters is significant to the story in some way. And the kind of mentality you have to do that stuff. To think like he does. And then immediately, it jumps right back into the action. We get to see how all of this is significant to the story. And we get to understand the mechanics of the world. There's world building through the lines when he's trying to insult them. And then he sees that. And he's surprised because that's more world building right there for that character. For the it's perfect. All of this is perfect. How it leads, like how scenes lead into each other. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's perfect. I love the fact that everything in that we've seen so far, all those buildings they've destroyed, all the the statue, all of this is significant to the story and to actual world history. I love it. It's fantastic. And then that immediate transition to them training. I'm telling you, bro, every scene leads to the next in some way, shape, or form. What's actually happening is that it's setting it up like a fight. So basically, the Empire is winning in some ways, and the Federation is winning in another. It's basically set up in a way so it's like a fight almost happening at the exact same time while we're getting an info dump. So we get one bit of information that's for the Empire, we get one for the Federation. We go in for the Empire, one for the Federation. It's almost like a clash that's occurring. It's a very dynamic way of creating info dumps. It is fantastic. I have only seen, I think, one other instance besides this storytelling, this way of storytelling, that outside of this, I've never seen it besides this. This is a great way of doing storytelling that I've never seen besides this. It is fantastic. And I love how we're immediately introduced to new characters that show basically like the state of this battle. They're not going to be important characters, but we care just enough for this battle. And it is great storytelling. Because we care about the main platoon. Because we've seen him for like a show. And we've seen him for a while. But then it introduces a new group of characters that we can care about just for this movie. Just for this battle. Just for this fight. And it makes it so much more important. Because it adds so much more value. So much more weight to this battle. By the end. It just slowly starts changing what they're actually saying. So, unfortunately, in that translation, it did not come across correctly. But in the original translation, what they're actually saying is that it, like, you can see the information slowly changing and evolving into becoming something else. You can see where, like, oh shit, these guys are talking about like how like they start taking apart certain sentences. So, like, the soldiers are reporting, we're in a bad position, we need immediate assistance, we need support and ammo right away. And then you get, by the end, when these guys hear it, it's like, we're doing alright, we're doing good, there's no need for additional support, or ammo. And it's just like, that slow transformation starts occurring, is fantastic. And even when this character starts freaking out like this, you can see, like, the fanaticism in him. And his way of thinking, how he controls everything in that like room and everything. It's fantastic writing. It's fantastic writing. It's like fantastic dialogue. It's fantastic writing for world building. Everything. It's just spot on. "27 hours later." First it was 3 hours, then it was 18. Now it's 27 hours. After the beginning of this one battle. And that means they still haven't rested. They haven't slept. The sound effects, bro. The sound effects. Oh my god, bro. Dude, it sounds so good. Dude, look at how beautiful that animation is. How quickly it moves around, how quickly it jumps around. There are so many things happening at the same time, but it's not difficult to like follow at all. It's so smooth, it's so clear. Like, dude, it's beautiful. It's fantastic. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but one of the guys got tired and couldn't make it up to that altitude. She literally takes a moment to calm her mind. It's like, alright, time to get to work. It's beautiful, bro. And it shows the difference of fighting experience and the creativity that Tanya has in combat. The sheer brutality of it, bro. Oh my god. You can hear it. How amazing was that? I've always thought that was the best aspect of this movie. And that's it. And thus begins the last of this movie. And then we get to hear the end credits song one more time. God, bro. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Oh my god. I can't get enough. I had to stay quiet at the end because it was so good. I didn't want to miss out on anything. It's just so good, dude. It's just so good. And like the ending song, it just fits so well. And then you get to hear her almost like singing along to the song, but like ordering, like just giving out orders. And like it's so fitting. It's so fitting. Like everything about this movie is just so good, and it just makes it, dude, everything is just spot on every single time, and it makes it so fucking good. I love it, bro. I love it. Every single part of this is just fan-fucking-tastic, bro. I can't get enough of it. I honestly can't get enough of it. It's so good. It's honestly fantastic. Yeah, dude, like, it makes it all so much better. Because literally, if you take away anything from this movie, it decreases the value of it. Like, everything. Even, like, the songs, even, like, the dude, everything. It just sounds so fantastic. The storytelling that there is through combat, it's natural, it flows correctly. Like I said, self-inflicted. Yeah, that sounds about right. Very fitting. Very fitting for Tanya. And then we get this song. One of the best songs and most fitting songs that I have ever heard. In fact, this song is so good. Just like the mournful noise it has. It's almost like it's almost like it's crying. I don't know why, but it's just the way it's set up. Like there's a certain beauty to it, and it hits me so hard every single time, bro. Like I have shivers from it, bro. Every time I listen to this song, I get shivers. I get goosebumps. Because it's just so good, bro. Like, I genuinely don't care what anyone says, bro. Like, this is some of the best writing I have ever seen in my entire life. I have seen thousands of stories throughout my entire life. And there has never has there been good, like, okay, there might be like 5 stories that are this good. Which, if you tell me what, I honestly can't say that there's many flaws with this story. There might be like 1 or 2, but they're not big. They're minor flaws that take away from the story, but this is as close as you're gonna get to this style of movie. This is gonna be as close as you get to like a perfect movie, bro. And it's perfect. It is fantastic. Everything about it is just great, spot on, and it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. It sucks that this is the only downfall that this movie has. Honestly, I'll tell you what it is. This is the only downfall this story has. If you take away the entire show, and you take away just the show, and you're just watching this by itself, you're not going to understand it as well as you could have. It's not going to be the same. But if you actually delve into like the story a little bit, and you enjoy the show, and you watch this, it hits perfect. It becomes the perfect movie. With a little bit of context, it becomes the perfect story, the perfect movie. And that's why I like this. The sound, the music choice, everything is perfect. The editing, dude, the editing is spot on. If you cut away anything from this story, it subtracts from the story. It makes it weaker. There is zero fat in this movie, bro. Everything in this story adds value to the story. And it is perfect. You tell me that this is better than any other show, any other movie, anything else out there, and I am telling you, you're gonna be wrong. Because that is how good this is. There's a reason why I value this show and this movie so highly, above even something like the new Bleach series, because there is no comparison. I am sorry. The reason why I get so annoyed that people value Bleach so much higher than this, it genuinely pisses me off, because no one can tell me that this like is not better. Like, this is so much better. Like, the comparison between Bleach and any other like movie out there that I can think of, there's only like I said, there's only a handful of movies that are this fucking good. I'm talking literally every movie that's ever come out. I'm telling you, there's good movies out there. I'm not saying that there's not better movies in this, but I'm telling you, there is top 5 at least. Like, that, it's in the top 5 movies. That's how good of a movie that is. That movie is basically the perfect movie. There's only a handful of movies that are there, but that's one of them, bro. This is one of the handful of movies that are in the perfect category for me. Because I am telling you, bro, it is that fucking good. Just look at the story. Look at it. Analyze it. Figure it out. And you'll see what I'm talking about. This movie is perfect, bro. It is perfect. Anyway, that was it. That was Youjo Senki, the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And honestly, I'm going to say it's one of the best movies I have seen in my entire life. It is that fucking good. Anyway, I'm going to go to... I got to finish editing some more videos, but check it out, guys. I can't recommend it enough. Like, I seriously cannot recommend Youjo Senki enough. Like, that is so good. And you don't... it may not be for everyone. The style, it may not be for everyone. But I am telling you, you guys will enjoy it. It is that fucking good. Check it out, guys. See you guys in the next one. Take care.